What's up? Hello, everybody. It's been a while since I've streamed. It's been like, I think it's been like since April of last year. um, Part of the reason why I stopped streaming, main reason why I stopped is I have a kid. I have a baby boy. His name is JT. Yeah, he was born in August, and and I kind of took a step back of streaming just to spend time with him. So yeah, that's kind of why I did it. But now he's a little bit old. He's older now, so I figured, um, get back into the grind and grab the stream. As you can kind of tell from the background, I'm actually in the new setup. I used to stream from our bedroom, but I recently moved to where my office is. For those who don't know, I actually do work remotely. I do have a job, a real life job, and I actually work remote, and I'm streaming from the same place. So it's pretty cool. Working from home is pretty dope. I like it. So today, I actually don't know, for sure, but we're actually gonna play Hogwarts Legacy. I got it recently. Should be fun. As far as if I'm gonna be going back to Twitch or YouTube, I'm not sure yet. I just kind of wanted to kick things off, and if I feel like staying on Twitch is the right move, then we'll do that. But if we gotta go YouTube, um, I'll then move the mic. But yeah, now get out of the way. Let us jump on to. Oh, hold on. Sorry, it's been a while. There you go. There you go. Alright, so kind of like my plan is for stream. Play some Hogwarts. So this is gonna be like a blind playthrough. I haven't. Holy. That's very loud. This is a blind playthrough. I've refused to watch any videos or anything like that of the game. I refuse to watch any Twitch streams. I wanted to get my for the game. I will say that along with playing this game. Oh, Jesus, I swear. Alright, guys. There you go. That's right. Hi. Yeah. So the plan is we're going to play this game, and then obviously we are going to play. What am I saying? Oh, Vanguard. Yeah, we'll definitely play. Not Vanguard. What am I saying? Probably. We're gonna play some. Oh my god. Modern Warfare 2, because Rainplay is coming out. So we're definitely gonna play that. But yeah, that being said, let's start our Hogwarts journey. Also, I got a new sweater. For those who don't know my name, I am a big Star Wars fan. As you can tell by the side. Wait. There you go. I'll put it that way. The big giant baby. Yeah. There. Yeah. Big Star Wars fan. This is actually a reference to
Reader. Off. Press L2 button to toggle.
To my conversation. But yeah, this is actually a reference to Han Solo. It's a smuggler. What else? Also, wearing a Lakers meeting. Couple of things. Shout out to old LeBron for breaking the record, James record. That was pretty cool. Also, breaking news for Lakers fan like myself. Lakers have officially acquired D'Angelo Russell again. Think about how to say the name. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I gotta admit, that was pretty dope. I think it's D'Angelo Russell and two other players. Russell Westbrook is gone, which I was surprised. Oh, by the way, I know my Twitch stream's name is completely off. By the way, I know that. I know that. Let me see if I. 'Cause I'm not playing Vanguard. Because I'm actually using OBS for the first time. There you go. There you go. It's like they say in that joke special. His mom used to use your eyes, not your mouth. Let's see. Road. That's stupid. You guys probably see this. Hogwarts. Road to Hogwarts. Sure, Hog. Weird. That game, because that game sucks. Major booty hole. Oh, speaking of. Oh. I'm back. There. I don't even know. There you go. Hello, Flash Blockhouse. I don't know if you're legit or not. Hi. I'll just say hi for the. Someone hit. Someone open that door. That was kind of weird. But yeah, all right. Let's jump into. I gotta lean closer to the mic. Yeah. Okay. So it's one of these games. Okay. That's off. Big. That's. Are you like specific? I gotta check it out. Let's leave it. Sucks. Okay. We're blind. Uses. Enable this to change spelling. Toggle. Let's try it. Let's stick with that. So yes, cursor here's fine. Text size normal. It. Okay. A high fidelity rendering resolution, graphic quality, performance. Let's do this one. This goes. Let's see. No one reads this. No one reads any of that. No one reads any of that. I don't read it. Okay. Rewards. Yeah, I don't have one. Why? Oh yeah, because I pre-ordered the game. There's some. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, like I said, the plan is, we'll probably do Hogwarts. We'll do Hogwarts this week. And then once rank play comes out, which I think is like Valentine's Day, which is I think Valentine's Day, which is kind of funny for Modern Warfare 2. I guess it's their idea to show us, look, and hey, here's rank play. I'm not like I'm kind of blind. Oh, I'm just gonna turn this up a little. I'm really blind. My vision is kind of blind. Okay, we are pleased. You have accepted Hogwarts. Ooh, 50. Term begins on September 1st. Permanent election. You accompany. As you may be aware, the decree for the reasonable restriction of underage to sorcery. Okay. Okay. Oh, I just realized. Haha! Which guy looks like? I don't know why I'm looking at like this screen to look at the game. Choice. So I can't customize. His nose looks small. Okay, I'll take that. Alright, I'll take that. Aha! Oh, hi, Raylan24 here. Thank you so much. I know it's been too damn long. Oh. Oh, but I lose my... That's kind of like my nose. I guess? This way. Wait. What does that do? Doesn't really do a lot. I don't want hair glasses? That's kind of weird. Here. I'll wear glasses because I'm... Oh. There you go. Kind of looking myself. The light doesn't help. That's kind of... I feel like I should pull up a picture to help it. Okay. Ooh. Oh, there you go. No, wait, no. Nope, that's not it. That's a beanie on. Soon. I think that's pretty close to how it is. Either this one, that, this one. Nah, I go there. Oh wait, nope, that one. Okay. I don't have any rules or that's for sure. Collection. Oh yeah! Here we go. I got it. Okay. Oh wait. Oop. Keep pressing into. Is that really the darkest they got? Huh. That really is the darkest they got. Color, that's... I really gotta look at myself. Hold on. I'm gonna pull up a photo from my phone. Because I really don't know sometimes. Find a recent selfie. Okay, here we go. Oh my god. That actually is me. Wait. No. My eyebrows are way too bushy. Okay. Ooh, okay.
That was quite something.
Oh.
I am indeed a student, but I could very well be able to help you. A few cobwebs and some... It was wonderful. I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
I am indeed a student, but I could very well... That was quite something.
A few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be concerned
I think
about.
this is my voice. Sounds pretty deep. Okay. Sorry. Let's go for North. Actually, yeah. Maybe in the next. Oh. I'm a wizard. First off. You know what we can do? Power of technology. Harry Potter name. Here you go. Okay. There you go. I'm gonna be a Lupin. Alright. I just use random generator. Oh, no. Oh, wait, wait. Remus, Lupin. That actually gave me a Lupin. Alright, Lupin. There we go. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. We are going to. Ready. Hello, everybody. There's some new users I see in the chat or checking out. Hi, everybody. Hope you guys are having a good one. Okay, here you go. Starting my journey. Ooh, that's cool. Oh, I will go. I'm gonna mute myself too, by the way, for cutscenes. Oh,
it appears we are almost ready to depart. It's a pity we didn't have a bit more time to spend on spellcasting. I presume you've been practicing the spells we worked on.
I have, Professor.
Well, I'm quite sure I've never seen anyone take so quickly to a second-hand wand. You'll be a force to be reckoned with when you get your own.
Thank you, Professor Fig. I appreciate you working with me all the time.
Oh, Eleazar! George! Glad my rather cryptic description of our location did not thwart your finding us.
I've apparated to more vaguely defined destinations than this. Though I confess I may have miscalculated slightly on my first try. Gave quite the fright to some theatre-goers in the West End.
It's been much too long. When I received your owl, I must say I...
Best not speak here, Eleazar.
Of course. Why don't we speak en route to Hogwarts? We have a start-of-term feast and a sorting ceremony to get to.
Wonderful idea. As long as your young charge here doesn't mind me tagging along.
Not at all, sir.
After you.
Ages since I've been to the castle. Would be good to see the old pile of rocks.
That's a weird way to call an old friend an old pile. I'm gonna use that. Where is she? I am getting older. I'm 30. I don't even know. Wait, hold on. 31 right now. I'm about to be 32. Maybe. Oh, I'm not to be 32. That's cool. Done. Oh yeah. By the way, okay. I just want to say this now. I'm gonna say it again. I know J.K. Rowling said some stuff that exactly wasn't the right thing to say. Just because I'm playing this game doesn't mean I agree with what she said, okay? Before anyone comes in here and starts saying stuff like that, yeah. Just because I'm playing this game doesn't mean I support it, okay? Let's just get out of the way while we're in the beginning, okay? Oh!
Glad I caught you before you left for Scotland. Just barely.
And who is your traveling companion?
A new student.
New?
Yes, sir. I'm starting school as a 5th year.
How extraordinary.
It is indeed.
I kind of missed
None of the
a
faculty
little
has
bit.
ever heard of anyone being admitted to Hogwarts so late.
Nor have I.
Of course, as the other 5th years will have been honing their
definitely
magical
looks old.
skills for
That's
4
for
years now, the headmaster asked if I could get our new student up to speed a bit before the term begins.
Well, you couldn't have asked for a better mentor. Professor Fig is not only an exceptional teacher, he's also a remarkably intuitive and
Somebody wants to
gifted
say hi.
musician.
Mr. Osric
Wanna
is
say
prone
hi?
to flattery. I dare say it's one of the
Wanna say hi?
reasons he's
This
risen
is
so
the cutscene.
far at the ministry.
Hold on, guys. I'm gonna say hi.
Have you seen this?
I have. Opinions differ as to how great a threat Ranrock really is.
Although I've yet to convince my colleagues at the Ministry, I believe he is a
No,
significant threat.
I don't have my headset.
And it was your wife,
Guys, this
Eleazar,
is why I stopped.
who alerted me to his activities
I haven't
months ago.
streamed since.
Miriam?
How? Jaden.
She wrote to me about Ranrock before she died,
He will be
wondering
probably
what the Ministry knew about his activities.
every now.
Before I could respond, I received this. It was the last thing
Hi.
she sent me, Eleazar.
Brother.
It came to me via her owl. but with no correspondence. I can only assume
That she had to get rid of it quickly to keep it safe.
presumably from Ranrock. I cannot open it. Whatever magic protects this is powerful indeed.
It looks like goblin metal. That symbol.
What's that glow?
I don't see a glow.
Nor do I.
Okay, what did I miss, guys? I don't even know what that is. I was not even paying attention. Oh,
Merlin's beard.
that's dope.
How did you...
Wait! We did.
Oh, uh-oh. What in the world just happened? Hey. Oh. Okay. Oh, nice. Oh. I'm surprised we're still in it. Uh-oh. Jesus. No.
Key! Give me your hand!
Oh. Let's go. It's actually.
Are you alright? You're hurt.
Perhaps a bit.
Take this. It's Wiggenweld potion. That stuff will right you in a second.
It's getting weird. You know what? Okay, bottoms up.
What happened?
Poor George. I can't believe he... What the hell got into that damn thing? Attacking a carriage mid-air? A typical dragon would never...
Professor? Sir, where are we?
I'm not sure. But that key you discovered was clearly a port key.
Port key?
An item enchanted to bring whoever touches it to a specific place.
We got it
I'm
safe.
feeling
I got
better,
this.
sir.
Damn.
If you'd like to look around a bit.
I would. But stay close. We've no idea who created this port key. Or why.
That's a very nice jacket. I'll say that. Oh.
How far did that port key take us?
Farther from London than the carriage travelled. We're somewhere in the Scottish Highlands.
Sir, those ruins. Do you
The
think...
port key was meant to lead us there? I do. This has not been the day either of us expected. But Miriam sent that port key to George for a reason. And I believe that she, and now George, died in pursuit of whatever it was meant to lead to. If you're sure you're all right, and wouldn't mind indulging me, I'd like to have a look around.
Absolutely, sir.
Good. Let's see if we can find a path, however faded it may be.
Well, you, sir, I'm to Captain Lord. Oh, we can run. Ha ha!
Mind your step.
I can see that. Let's start running, bro.
Where do you suppose your wife got the port key that brought us
Start
here?
moving.
A good question. Miriam spent years searching for evidence of a long-forgotten form of ancient magic.
Ah. Oh, nope. I really gotta say, I really like this. It's really nice.
Ancient magic.
Yes, a powerful magic wielded by a rare few that seems to have been lost to time.
Oh. Okay. Oh. I thought it was a cliff. I thought it would be like a... see, they need 2
Hogwarts
steps.
Castle was built by, and is itself a stronghold of that ancient magic. I don't know
Guessing we're
where she
going that
came
way?
into possession of the port key. but I am certain it was to do with that search. Ah, there's the path down below. This way.
I kind of figured that already. I mean, come on, Professor.
So, why was your wife searching for evidence of lost magic?
Miriam wanted to understand
This
why
game
such
is already
powerful
off
magic
to
disappeared
a
from the
I'm just
wizarding
saying.
world. Spoke of the good it could do.
I've been
But
playing for
magic
5
is
minutes
no
already.
different than any power. What really matters is the one who wields it.
Is that ice?
It's not cold enough here. It appears to be a sort of enchantment. Someone wanted to block this path. Let's see some of that wand work you were practicing. Focus on the center.
Oh,
Excellent!
excellent. Huh. Hey, hold on.
That was a bit rougher than I'd expected.
You are kind of old man. Well, ooh. Oh,
Your wand work's improving with every cast.
Thank you, sir.
thank you, Captain. Good.
Ah, up there.
Oh. Run and jump type of situation? Yep. Explore? Explore. Right. Ooh. Got the blooms. I got. Oh, right. Yeah.
We're close now. It's just ahead.
I can kind of see. Thank you. I see a statue in the background, and I feel like
Steady yourself.
we have to do with the statue.
Reparo!
Oh.
Almost there.
That's so fun to do. I'm sorry. Yeah, oh yeah. Very quick draw. Sure, we have. It's gonna be something with this statue.
Why would someone focus here?
I suspect they valued their privacy. That portkey led us here for a reason.
It's gonna be
Let's have a
something
look
with the
around for
statue.
anything that seems out of place.
I already know the statue, bro. Something with. Oh. This mini map in the middle is objective, personal, up directional. Yeah, okay. Hey! Ah! Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well, nope, never mind.
Professor, this statue.
This may have been his home.
Is there any point? I don't know what it is, but I'm just gonna do it. Might get something.
That
There you go.
enchanted crystallized stone again. But what could it be blocking? What's this? Professor Fig!
Oh. Whoa. Jeez. Golly.
How odd.
Give me a heart
Why
attack.
would someone have conjured that enchanted stone here?
And how is there a room behind it?
What room? I don't see anything.
There's that glow again, like the glow on the portkey container.
Oh, I guess it's only I can see.
What in Merlin's name?
Goblin.
Godric's heart.
Where are we?
I don't believe it.
Huh.
Hello?
We're in the bank? Take it to the bank. Oh. Hello, sir. Morning.
It can't be. Just a moment. Oh. Where are we here? Welcome to Gringotts Wizarding Bank. Vault number 12, I presume. Precisely. The key?
Your wife's portkey.
Oh, yes, of course. This way, then. Stay close.
Oh.
After you.
Yes. Was this in Harry Potter? Was it in like the stuff? Because I actually don't remember if it was in the movies.
Keep
Actually,
your hands
don't.
inside the cards
Maybe.
if you don't wish to lose them.
Ooh. This would be a nice ride at the Hogwarts Universal Studios. Hollywood? This was actually a cool ride.
Hundreds. In fact, you'll see quite a few on our way to vault number 12. As we speak, we're just beneath the main lobby. The vaults you see now are the newest.
Are private entrances to the bank common at Gringotts?
They are most uncommon. Only one with great wealth or power, or both, could have arranged for such a service.
Seriously,
You
look
want
at
to take a
that. Look
break?
at dope ride.
A what? That waterfall washes away all enchantments. It's a security measure.
Experienced the thief's downfall before, have you?
Heard of it?
These are the lower vaults that we're passing now. How deep are we going? Vault number 12 was commissioned shortly after Gringotts was founded over 4 centuries ago. It resides in the deepest part of the bank. Settle in. We've quite a distance to go.
It's a long way to just get school.
Vault number.
Vault 12. Momentous day.
On your way.
Professor, the armband that guard was wearing was glowing.
Like the glow you saw in the portkey container?
No, darker. I saw that same glow on the dragon's collar.
Yeah, what was that?
We were just wondering about that goblin back there.
He watches over the oldest section of the bank. Rare anyone goes there anymore. Here we are.
When was the last time this vault was accessed?
A goblin has been stationed at my desk for hundreds of years. In that time, no one has visited Vault 12 until today.
Aha!
Vault 12.
Thank you for your help.
That's in. No one's ever been in there. What's been?
What do you suppose we should be looking for?
I'm not sure. Sir, I wonder if you
The
might...
instructions for Vault 12 indicate that I am to grant access to the holder of the key and then close the door. Wait.
What?
Best of luck.
Professor?
That was certainly unexpected. Let me think.
Wow.
There must be something here.
Oh,
Revelio, perhaps?
Revelio?
Yes, a revealing charm. No time like the present. Let's see what we're missing, shall we? Ready your wand and focus.
oh. Oh. I didn't realize it was a red
Revelio.
face.
There! I saw something.
Move a bit closer and try again.
A door.
Well, that's a start. There's that symbol again. I don't suppose you see a way to...
I do, Professor. That symbol has the same glow as the one I saw on the port key container.
Anything?
If what you can see reveals the way forward, then I dare say we are about to discover the secret of this vault. Lead the way.
Oh.
Lumos! This is no ordinary vault. I suspect we will need to earn our way out of here.
What do you mean, earn our way out? Do you think this is some sort of test?
I do. But to what end, I can't say. Stay close. There will be no disapparating if things go poorly. Not out of Gringotts.
I see something up ahead.
What is it?
That glow again, but on the floor.
Lumos! What happened?
When I moved towards the glow, it suddenly seemed as if the ground was swirling about.
Are you all right?
Yes, sir, I'm fine.
You seem to have caused the floor to change.
That statue.
What statue?
I see some sort of statue, but only as a reflection in the floor.
Revelio. I presume this is what you saw reflected in the floor.
It is. The reflection's still there, but the statue's positions don't match. Wait, when you moved, the reflection turned in the direction of the light.
Perhaps you should cast Lumos.
Lumos.
Well done.
Now the reflection is turning towards me. It does follow the light.
Look out!
Protego! Accio! Defendo! Levioso! Hipposo! Expulso! Levioso! Hipposo! Confuso! Defendo! Protego! Levioso! Confuso! Hipposo! Expulso! Confringo! Levioso! Protego! Hipposo! Stay close!
Professor! Professor Fig! Professor, where are you? This isn't good. Where am I supposed to go? What's happening? The wisps of magic seem to be leading me somewhere. Ah, that's where they're leading me. Now Revelio. I suppose I'm on my own this time. Lumos. Statues with their reflections.
Yeah. Wait.
Perhaps I need to get them all to stand at once.
Oh. Hey.
It seems I have no choice. I'm going to have to fight my way out of here. Protego!
Yeah. Okay. Wait. It's timing.
Revelio. Stupid one.
close.
Oh. 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 Did it? Have it. Ooh.
There you are. How did you... What is this place?
I don't know. But I found this floating above that basin.
That is no mere basin. That is a pensive for viewing memories. I wonder...
What's his name?
Follow my lead.
Oh, like the movie, man. Let's just go. Oh. Let's stay in. That's big. Oh, wait. It's not really.
All is in place.
The portkey is well hidden.
Perhaps too well. I wonder if the path we've created...
May be impossible to follow. It will only be impossible for one who cannot see traces of ancient magic as I can.
Your ability to see what others cannot will not be enough, Percival. We are entrusting the one who embarks on this path with powerful secrets, with knowledge others will do anything to obtain.
Yes, and if we are correct, Charles, the witch or wizard who completes the trials will have proven themselves worthy of that knowledge, and the responsibility that accompanies it.
We've done all that we can.
Wait, what? Oh.
That's what you're seeing. The glow that surrounded them.
Yes, sir.
Astonishing.
Can I see magic?
Traces of an ancient magic, to be precise. The magic that Miriam had always believed existed, but could never. Miriam, and perhaps George, died in pursuit of knowledge that has been dormant for centuries. And you, it seems, are the key to understanding why. We were...
It all looks rather different than it did a moment ago.
Someone's coming.
Who were they?
I don't know. But, sir, you shouldn't be in here.
Whoa.
I was right.
Ranrock.
Seems my reputation precedes me. I was beginning to think no one was ever going to visit Rackham's vault.
And why are you here?
No need for that. Just give me whatever it is you found here and we can let bygones be bygones.
Sir, they have the key to the vault.
Choose your next words wisely.
I only meant that the instructions to Vault 12 were quite clear. Sir, I must insist. I was to grant access only to one with the key, and you didn't have one.
Oh.
I have no patience for traitors.
Yep, he is dead.
Now, where were we?
I'm not giving you anything.
Well, perhaps your young friend here will be more helpful.
Whoa.
Are you all right?
Fine, sir.
I've never seen so powerful a goblin. He seemed wholly unaffected by my magic.
Where are we?
It can't be. It seems those who set up the pensive, the locket, and the path to both wanted someone with your ability to end up here. Come.
Yeah.
We have a sorting ceremony to get to.
Ugh. Oh. Ha Yeah. That was quite a intro. Where did we go? North. That was cool, intro.
Oh, good. We haven't missed the sorting ceremony. I'm no expert, but that seems more appropriate.
I don't want to wear that.
No.
Oh, I'm just kidding.
I need to study this locket as soon as I can.
Can
But
I,
first I must contact the
Should
ministry.
give me a chance?
They need to know what happened to George and be warned of Ranrock.
Okay.
For the moment, I ask that you keep all that's happened this evening between you and me.
Of course. See?
Thank you. Ready for the sorting ceremony?
Of course. Hey, don't worry about me, guys.
Phineas, Nigellus,
Hey!
Black.
This is...
Prepare yourself to meet the headmaster.
I got him.
Fig, nice of you to join us. The sorting ceremony's over.
There were complications.
Complications?
It seems the goblin problem has...
Enough. Goblins. I've no time for rumors, Fig, and I'm rapidly losing whatever patience I had left.
Seems
If
enjoyable.
you're lucky, we might still be able to get you sorted this evening.
I'll be in touch.
Hey, come on. So,
Professor Weasley, we've one more to be sorted.
Welcome. You're just in time. Have a seat.
Ah, yes. A bit older than the others, aren't you? You come here with preferences and preconceptions. Certain expectations.
I'm looking forward to exploring Hogwarts and the world beyond the castle and grounds.
Indeed. Much can be gleaned by having an adventurous spirit, but your professors have a great deal to teach you as well. I wonder... I detect something in you. A certain sense of... what is it?
A sense of loyalty? I believe myself to be a true friend. I know I value that trait in others.
You do not give up easily, do you? You are undaunted by challenges that lie ahead. And your loyalty to a friend delayed your arrival here this evening. Perhaps you belong in Hufflepuff?
No.
Possess a willingness to forge ahead alone when you must.
But we do. Ain't no Hufflepuff. No disrespect.
Better be Gryffindor!
No disrespect. Anyone else. No one likes this. Happy Wednesday.
Oh, and one more thing. Due to the unfortunate injury on the pitch in last spring's final, this year's Quidditch season has been cancelled.
Oh, no more Quidditch?
Enough! It's not as though I've banned flying altogether, but don't tempt me. You are here to focus on your academic futures. I'm sure you all have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow. I said, I'm sure you all have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow.
Quite an entrance. It's lovely to meet you. I'm...
Professor Weasley, would you be so kind as to show our new student to their common room?
I shall see to
You
it.
get some ease, man.
As I was saying, I'm Professor Weasley. Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, Professor.
As Deputy Headmistress, it is my distinct honor to show you to your common room. Right this way. It's most uncommon for a student to begin as a fifth year. This should be quite an adventure.
I'm looking forward to it.
I remember the first time I entered the Gryffindor common room after being sorted.
You were a Gryffindor?
I am a Gryffindor. Never could remember the password when I was a girl, however.
Password?
Password?
The password is Grata Domum.
Grata Domum.
You may enter.
Well done. Now, go on in and get some sleep. You have a big day ahead of you tomorrow. I shall be back in the morning to collect you for your first class.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
You're welcome. I hope you enjoy your first night at Hogwarts. Sleep well.
Looks like everyone's gone. Better head to the common room.
Oops. Is there a way to fix cam? That's not what I want. No, I'm talking like, can I move the back? You know what I mean? Oh, wait. I think I saw it. Wait. Go back. It's here. Nope. Nope. Never mind. I thought I said. Whatever. Oh! Oh, wait, you can go up. Wait, yeah.
Now, which way is the common room?
Oh, yeah. Ow. Oh. Did that happen? Oh, level 1 lock.
Must be different, starting Hogwarts in your 5th year.
What about me? Like you. Sup, everybody?
Can't imagine starting a new school this late.
Chuck.
You'll like it, trust me.
Oh, it's Gareth Weasley.
Sure you don't want to try it? Brewed it myself.
So,
hello, you're the new 5th year. Pleased to meet you. I'm Gareth Weasley. Heard about your travels here. Can't believe it. Glad you and Fig are all right. Is it true that someone from the Ministry was with you in the carriage?
Oh, yes.
Definitely has
a friend of
Professor.
Oh, didn't mean to pry. Nasty business, dragons. Again, very glad you're here.
Thank you, Gareth. So am I. Are you related to Professor Weasley?
I am. She's my aunt.
Must be nice having an aunt for a professor.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? Aunt Matilda tends to treat me as if I'm a first year. Keeps too close an eye on me. It's all a bit suffocating, to be honest. Still, she means well. And she's an incredibly powerful witch. She'll have your back.
Seems you enjoy brewing. Might I assume that you've a talent for potions of all sorts?
Well, as I see it, there's little difference, fundamentally, between brewing a modification to butterbeer and a Wiggenweld potion. Though, I'm not certain Professor Sharp would make the connection. He doesn't appreciate my, creativity as much as you might think.
Are you having butterbeer for breakfast?
Oh no. I've been perfecting a recipe I came up with over the summer. Yes. I'm almost there. Based on some reactions, it may need a bit more work.
Well, it was nice meeting you, Gareth, and thank you for the insights on your aunt.
Pleasure to meet you as well. Good luck today.
A handshake?
I've been collecting Chispa.
She gets bolder every year.
I think she is,
Professor could
anyway.
arrive any moment. Still not working. Ugh. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's not a complicated spell. I should be able to do it non-verbally. Why is this not working? Ugh. Oh, hello there. Welcome to Gryffindor. I'm Cressida.
Pleasure to meet you, Cressida.
Splendidly theatrical arrival to the sorting ceremony last evening. Made it in by the skin of your teeth. Is it true that you're Professor Fig's protege?
I'm not sure I'd say that, but I did a study with him a little before we arrived.
blast! I was hoping he might have given you some advice on non-verbal casting.
Is that what you were trying to do just there?
Oh, yes. Having a spot of trouble. I've mastered the charm using its incantation, but this is proving a bit trickier.
Don't worry, we'll get it in the end.
Oh, I hope so. If I can get it, Professor Ronan's sure to be very impressed. I'm just going to keep at it.
Do most students know how to cast non-verbally?
Not at all. Hogwarts doesn't teach non-verbal casting until the 6th year, and even then, many struggle with it. I'm simply trying to get ahead of the game.
Is it really that difficult to cast non-verbally?
Oh, yes. And if you don't get it just right, the results can be, shall we say, awkward. Once, I tried to cast Depulso non-verbally on a goblet in the Great Hall and ended up launching Professor Sharp's Yorkshire pudding into his face. He was not happy.
Well, good luck with it. It was nice to meet you, Cressida.
You as well. Enjoy your first day.
The question is how and when you see you.
That girl thinks she can get away with
Nelly will
anything.
do anything for a thrill.
Professor could arrive any moment.
Why is everyone so highly strung? It's perfectly safe. Well, hello. Don't mind me. I find it helpful to change my point of view now and again. Put things in perspective. Once I made it to the top of Gryffindor Tower, from the outside, without a broom.
Goodness.
I'm Nellie, by the way. Nellie Ogspire. I've heard rumors about what happened to you on your way to Hogwarts. Is it true? About the dragon?
It is true, but we handled it very well.
I'll say. I think you've already earned a reputation for fearlessness. Anyway, you've certainly brought some much-needed excitement to Gryffindor. And Hogwarts, for that matter.
I'd imagine most students have never seen a dragon. Have you?
Goodness, no. And I've never heard of one attacking a carriage like that. Not enough meat in a carriage, I'd think.
I take it you're not afraid of heights.
It's something I've always done, since I was little. My mother once found me on the roof when I was 5. Still has no idea how I got there. But with all the strange hallways and rooms in the castle, and everything lurking in and outside the grounds, you don't need to scale a tower to see something incredible here.
What exactly are the rumors about my journey to Hogwarts?
That you escaped a dragon attack? Isn't that enough? Most of us arrive via train or boat, not having just escaped the jaws of a dragon. Of course it's got people talking. Word travels fast at Hogwarts.
I'm sure I'll be seeing you around, either in our common room or when you scale your next tower.
You never know. Bye for now.
New Gryffindor. Professor Weasley's waiting for you outside the common room.
Oh, yeah, through. Nice.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a 5th year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success.
Oh.
Here you are.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a 5th year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor. But what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test. This way.
I can see it.
The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up!
Let's keep moving. Let's go.
Ah, the guide appears to have some information for you about that painting of poor Barufio. Simply cast Revelio on it, and we'll...
Revelio?
This is portrait. Next, the wizard proof. Aim for brain elixir. Example: what happens when incantations are properly spoken. He once said S instead of F and found himself on the floor with a buffalo. What? I don't get it. Oh! Oh, wait. Okay. Okay. And we go over there. Ah, okay.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that. Inside
Revelio.
and outside of the castle.
That's still... Nope.
No time to waste. You've classes to attend.
Oh, wait, this is so weird. I'm saying, scavenge. Oh.
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall. And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall.
Revelio.
You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak.
If I can just stop vanishing items.
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become Aurors. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class.
Cool.
You'll be up to speed in no time.
Nice.
Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins and... I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the details to himself for now. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
Yeah.
Our neighbor at home knows someone who's ready.
Oh, wait.
My uncle knows
Yes.
so I can't imagine I would.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
She caught me off guard. I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look. The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Yeah. Woo.
Revelio.
Slept in days. There's something in there. I just know it.
Hello. I don't believe we've met.
Oh, hello. I'm Lenora. Pardon me if I seem a little distracted at the moment. Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting. I never noticed it before. If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this.
Are there any other empty paintings like this around the school?
Yes, a few. This entire place is somewhat of a riddle, to be honest. If I can work out the riddle of this one, I'll know what to do with all of them. As good a place as any to begin.
Have you gained any insights about the painting since you've been studying it?
I did discover that casting Lumos has an effect of some kind. But I'm not sure what to do next.
If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing.
I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have. Do come and find me if you stumble on something illuminating that solves the mystery.
That spot must be a clue. I should look around in case it's nearby.
I wish they'd let Ronan teach them. Madam Kakao's getting better.
Yeah. This looks like the location from the painting. What could be so special about it?
No, nice to see you, my young friend.
Revelio.
Hey.
Revelio. Revelio.
I think there were doxy eggs as well.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Revelio.
Oh. Level 2.
Revelio.
It's here. So. How do we get it? Oh.
Revelio. Revelio.
Lumos.
Protego! If you step in the wrong place, you become engulfed in a stench.
Lumos.
Revelio.
Come now, Annabelle. It was a long time ago. That life is behind.
Lumos.
Protego.
Lumos.
Revelio.
House ghosts can procure
Lumos.
meat and no one says a word. But one bad whiff here and ooh, there's an elf.
Revelio.
Lumos.
If you could just tread carefully, that's all I ask.
Revelio.
Lumos.
Skip that one. I don't know what it is.
No, it's vile, Frank.
Revelio. Revelio.
Lumos.
Revelio.
Sorry. Ooh.
Lumos. Protego.
I don't know. Go down again. Hey. What?
Not sure he's in at the present moment.
Oh. Yeah.
Revelio.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented Lupin.
Shh. That's begin class. Yeah.
Stupefy!
Is that what you've got?
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Levioso.
Yeah.
Now, let's try something a little larger.
Got you. What intend to do?
Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent, as Master Pruitt so artfully helped me demonstrate earlier.
Levioso.
Good. Now, well done.
Doink, doink.
Very good, but the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Levioso. This may not be your first duel. Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
Don't call my students for this attempt. I'm doing it just like you. Watch your opponent's signs to attack or defend yourself.
I love it.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
That was too easy.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Gryffindor.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it.
Okay.
A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right, that's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon.
Yes,
Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance, if you're interested. Till next time.
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
There you go.
Revelio.
Hello, kitty cat.
Revelio.
That was it. Oh.
Revelio.
Let's there, yeah. Whoa!
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
We gotta sneak up on it.
Lumos.
Oh, no, this.
Revelio. Lumos. Revelio.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Here! Behind you! There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Accio.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
I was leaving.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off?
Okay.
Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish. Very good. Have happens to the best of them. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will. But instead of throwing the marbles out, excellent control there. Splendid! Very good. Points to Gryffindor. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Misha. There we go.
Accio. That's it.
Watch this. Phew. Quite impressive. Here we go.
Oh.
That is how it's done.
Accio. A perfect score. Remarkable.
Wait, no. You went.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Let us see this. Yes!
Very good.
Misha. There we go.
Oh. Yo.
Here we go.
She's the ball. Ooh.
That is how it's done.
Accio.
Got you.
2 perfect rounds. You're a natural.
Yeah. Out.
Very good, both of you. Well done.
Yeah.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
You can cast spells without a wand?
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
Is Wagadu a castle, like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use
A word, if you would.
if you're so inclined.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Hello there. You're the... aren't you?
Hello, you wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
It's about time Hogwarts put...
Revelio.
Join the goblins in the
Goblins,
uprising.
werewolves, where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion of 1752?
And by the end of it, the Minister for Magic was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, what fun! I won't say my goodbyes. I shall cheer for the boy who says you're telling lies.
I'm not telling lies, Peeves. It was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't. It was Basil Black.
Revelio. Revelio. Leviosa.
Oh.
Revelio.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Leviosa.
Oh, shit.
Revelio. Lumos.
That's good.
What are you up to now?
Move. Hey.
Revelio. Leviosa. Lumos. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Leviosa. Lumos.
Off on another adventure, are we?
about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit during your brief detour near... what was it you said? Some ruins? I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Have you and Professor Fig not discussed my training?
He continues to be reticent about the details, mentioning only a few spells. Revelio, was it? And Lumos?
That's correct, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
There's an Ollivander's in Hogsmeade.
There is. Most people are familiar with the shop in Diagon Alley. We're fortunate to have someone like him nearby. Mr. Ollivander is a genuine craftsman and highly skilled wand maker. I would trust no one else to pair me with a wand.
I've never heard of a spellcraft before, Professor. What is it?
A spellcraft is a recipe of sorts used when conjuring objects.
Can you tell me more about the potions shop, Professor?
J. Pippin's Potions stocks a wide array. Professor Sharp asked that they have a couple of particular recipes on hand for you.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Natty.
Excellent choice. Miss Onai is one of our most talented students. And she knows the area. She'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
Revelio.
I say, teach me everything goes.
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor.
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that, the mending charm Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
Why must I first complete tasks to learn Reparo?
No lesson or lecture can compare to first-hand experience. And these tasks should provide you with just that. Such experience is invaluable when mastering any new type of magic.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor. This is the right area. I wonder where the flying page is.
Revelio.
Got it. A flying page must be around here somewhere.
Revelio.
Might some kind soul help me?
Are you alright?
Don't you know who I am? Zenobia Oak, the girl whom everyone at school hates for no reason.
Everyone hates you. Why?
Because Hogwarts is full of bullies and spoilsports. Leander Pruitt's one of the worst, that no-talent moon mind. I wanted to make some new friends, and so I brought my collection down to the common room. My gobstone collection, that is. I was hoping someone would want to play. Are you familiar with gobstones? Little balls, like marbles. Grand game. And if you lose, they spray you with a foul-smelling liquid.
Gobstones? Sounds like a fun challenge.
That's what I tried to tell everyone. People can be so cruel. Just because they're sprayed all over with smelly gobstone spit, it's their own fault for losing. Imelda is one of the worst losers ever. And now those poor losers have taken my gobstones and hidden them in very high places all over the school.
Rather an overreaction on their part.
I'll say. Anyway, I can't work out how to get them back on my own. I don't think I know the necessary spells yet. I need someone, perhaps a selfless and talented 5th year to help me.
I'll see what I can do.
I'd appreciate the help. If you do find all of my gobstones, do come and see me again. I'll be back to playing Snake Pit and Jackstone by myself in no time.
Yes.
Brilliant. I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Revelio.
Accio. Well, that's one of Zenobia's gobstones. I hardly see what all the fuss is about.
Revelio.
This looks like a location from the painting. What could be so special about it? Let's get you back to your frame, little moth.
My sister will play bridge.
I knew there was a connection. I should tell Lenora that I solved the puzzle of that empty frame. Lenora, I solved the mystery of that painting.
You did? How?
I found the location depicted in the painting, and then I cast Lumos to guide a moth back to the frame.
All very logical, I suppose. Pity I was so close to solving it. You have a knack for solving riddles. Natty's good at that too. So is Meat, although he does tend to over-explain. Well, I'm glad someone figured it out.
The moth. I...
Chinese jumping cabbage.
I still can't manage to transfer.
I trust the preliminary tasks.
I completed the assignments, Professor.
Marvelous. You clearly know your way around basic charms. Let us give the old mending charm a try then, shall we? Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and movements. I want to see some vigor. Now, one at the ready.
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic. That's it! Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed out.
Reparo.
Nicely done. Works like a charm, doesn't it?
Revelio.
I can appreciate it.
Revelio.
She put a bow trap under my bed and
Hello, looking for me?
she's always showing
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Natty, I hope I haven't kept you waiting long.
Not at all. Professor Weasley tells me that you need to go to Hogsmeade. You must be eager to have your own things again. And to see the village.
I've been looking forward to it.
Good. Shall we set off? I intend to give you a first-rate Hogsmeade experience.
Oh. Ugh. That's pretty cool.
I was glad Professor Weasley asked me to accompany you.
Really?
Yes, I had planned to extend an invitation to you myself. I thought you might enjoy a butterbeer in the village. The timing of Professor Weasley's owl was
You
perfect.
can get all sorts of clothing at Gladlands, not just common wear either. I've seen rare garments and very
Sprinting.
I cannot tell you how nice it is to breathe fresh air after being cooped up in ancient ruins. Grave mistake to take it as an elective class, believe me.
I believe you.
Though I suppose you would not really call it elective when your mother was the one who elected that you take it. Hogsmeade is beautiful this time of year. Everyone will tell you to visit at Christmas. But that's one of the few times of year I would rather be indoors.
Not much for the cold, are you?
Oh, I do not mind the cold so much, but it has taken some getting used to. I did not grow up around snow.
How far is this? Jesus.
Oh, over here. I often spot lacewing flies in this area.
Oh? What's so special about them?
They are interesting to look at, but if you stew them, you can also use them in potion making.
Huh.
Look, from the Forbidden Forest. Hippogriffs. I wonder if something startled them. I heard rumors that hippogriffs had been spotted nearby.
Do you think Poppy's already seen the hippogriffs?
Absolutely.
Likely already made.
That's the Forbidden Forest on the left. It's off limits to students, as the name implies.
Why is it off limits?
The professors claim it is too dangerous. I think that calling it forbidden only makes it more alluring. Ah, there's Hogsmeade over the crest. Past that ruin. I would spend all of my time exploring if I could.
I confess I was surprised when Professor Weasley mentioned that you knew the area, since you're relatively new here.
She said that? She knows more about me than I had thought. I will say, while I certainly learn a great deal in class, much can be gleaned outside of the castle walls. How are you settling in? I remember the weeks that followed my arrival feeling quite strange. Everything was so new and unfamiliar.
I'm getting used to things. What about you? Do you finally feel settled?
I still miss my homeland, but it is beautiful here too. And getting out of the castle and exploring helped me to adjust quite a bit. Hogwarts has become something of a home now, I would say. Hopefully it will for you too. Mr. Moon! He is the Hogwarts caretaker. Looks a bit worse for wear. Hello, Mr. Moon. Have you met our new fifth year?
Pleasure. You might want to turn back, Miss Onai. Turn and run.
Is everything all right, sir?
Oh, it looked right at me. Eyes big as saucers.
What did Mr. Moon?
Jemmy guys. Ugly and airy and terrifying. I shall be at the castle where it's safe. Good luck to both of you.
Poor Mr. Moon. A demiguise. I think he had too much fun in the village. I will say that I have never seen him in such a state. Nearly there. There is much to see outside of the castle. You can explore whenever you'd like. Rumors being what they are about goblins and such, it might be nice to have a friend with you.
I'll keep that in mind, Natty. Thank you.
Oh. Yeah, they made it. Yeah, I'm hungry in it. Yeah, we're gonna finish this. How they call it? It's just. What am I doing now? Yeah!
Revelio.
And here we are. It is hard to know where to start. The Three Broomsticks is the place for butterbeer. And you can get any sweet you can imagine at Honeydukes. I could not choose a favorite shop here. It changes with every visit. I can tell you that you are certain to find everything you need in Hogsmeade.
Sorry, not yet. Oh, sorry. Since a follower.
Professor Weasley said that you need to get potion recipes, spellcraft, some seeds, and...
And you want?
Of course! You will enjoy Mr. Ollivander, and I am keen to see what you will do with a wand of your own. You should be able to collect everything you need and still have time to explore a little as well. Experience Hogsmeade at your own pace. We can meet up in the town circle when you are finished. Enjoy yourself. I will see you soon.
Merlin, blooming beard, not again.
I'll be right with... Ah, it's you. Just a moment, please.
Hello, sir. I'm looking
For a new wand, yes. It's about time.
Yes, about time?
Well, you're our new fifth-year student, are you not? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you are. Gerbold Ollivander's the name. But of course, you'll have heard of the Ollivanders, I'm sure. Finest wand makers in the world. It's a pleasure to meet you, truly. Now, come with me. Let's find you the perfect wand, shall we? No, not you. Yes. Powerful core. 10.5 inches. You might do. Here, give this one a try. Well, go ahead, swish. How odd. Once more, come on, really swish it. Oh dear. Well, this isn't a good match at all, is it? We'll find you something, not to worry. No, not you. Perhaps... Yes. A rare wood, 13 3/4 inches, dragon heartstring. Let's give this one a try. Oh, goodness. Looks like it's back to the shelf for you. This is proving to be trickier than I had anticipated. How perplexing. Where are you? Perhaps you? There you are. Yes, I think you might be the one. Here, take it. How intriguing.
Curious indeed.
How intriguing.
Curious indeed.
A dragon heartstring wand is most powerful and learns quickly. How intriguing. What do you think? Extraordinary.
Another wand, another beginning of a bright and magical future.
Now, how did that feel?
Good. Different. I sense a sort of surge of some kind.
A match. Your connection seemed particularly powerful. The right wand will learn from you, just as you learn from it.
I'm eager to try it out.
I would imagine so. A wand with a dragon heartstring core is capable of dazzling magic. And the bond between you and your wand should only grow stronger. Do not be surprised at your new wand's ability to perceive your intentions, particularly in a moment of need.
That sounds wonderful, Mr. Ollivander.
I'll let you get to it. Do come and see me again if ever I can be of further assistance.
Alright, guys. Tuna. Your boy. I'm actually all there. I'm going to dinner. Was it? So. Alright, thank you guys for joining today. Thank you guys for joining on my comeback stream. I will be back tomorrow again. Probably starting around 6, and then we'll keep going. Probably might go a little bit longer. We'll see. But yeah, I just wanted to today being a nice little stream. So thank you guys for whoops. I won. Thank you guys for joining in. Guys, next time. Peace.